Hey everybody, welcome back. Having me a cup of coffee here. Anyway, cup of courage as I call it. So yeah, we've been working hard, and I've been working after work every evening and getting stuff done. So let's go ahead and take a look at where we're at. So hey guys, I get a lot of questions of, hey, the car looked finished. What the hell happened? Well, the car did look finished because that was the intent. And I was getting ready to go to the Denver Auto Show, so I didn't want to disappoint people who were going to show up to see the 3D printed Lamborghini by having it look like it was half finished. So I rush painted it. So hopefully that clears up a lot of those questions people had for me. And just to show you kind of an idea of that, you can see here what I've done is I took my block sander and I just went over this painted area, and you can see all of the waves and high spots and low spots that are in that paint job. So when people came up and told me, geez, what did you do to your Lamborghini? And then I had to explain to them, well, I had to paint it so quickly that I didn't have time to spend on, gaps and smooth and so on and so forth. And so I ended up with these waves. So just so some of you know about what's going on and understand why I'm doing what I'm doing now, this is what we're doing. So I'm going to be flattening these out, and I can still feel the waves in the paint. So I'm going to be taking this down until it's perfectly smooth. We'll block sand it all out. You can see this line here. This is the rear quarter, by the way. You can see how that line is just wavy all over the place. So we're going to get that nice and crisp and straight, and that should make the card look that much better. So you saw that that we were working on that quarter panel, the rear quarter, and I also fixed this area in here. Made the gap basically where I want it. So these are the gap sizes we're going to get. So I'm going to make a gauge for that. Actually smoothed this transition out. I had some bumps and warbles there, so that's all fixed. And you can see that that gap here needs to be loosened up just a little bit. The gaps here are about the same, a little tight on top, so obviously we're going to open those up just a hair to get them uniform. But yeah, so the rear quarter is done. I also did the sail panel here too, so that's been finished. Well, not finished, it's been primered. And one of the things that I wanted to show you guys is that I got a nice line down the quarter now. We'll probably round that off a bit, but you can also see that this transition here is not wonderful. So I'm going to have to work on that a little bit, because kind of that line is supposed to carry the door out. So, I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but I want to see what I can do. And also you can see down a little further, we've got a little wave in the line, so that will get taken care of when we do the final sanding, getting it ready for paint. So given that, the next task at hand is to get on this door and door jamb and everything. You can see the big ass gaps here that we want to get rid of. Basically, I've put in these transition pieces here that we're going to integrate into the panels. You can see the crappy way that this door fits with the door skin. It's terrible, so that's all going to get fixed so that it's like the door on the other side. And then we'll do the threshold here and get that all sanded down, as well as the door jamb itself. So all of that is coming next. So that took me, I think, a couple of weeks in order to get through that. And then we can get onto this quarter panel. And then the deck lid. And then finally the engine cover itself, where that's going to be a lot of work. There's some curvature and stuff that I don't want in there, that I want it actually to be straight. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to address that without just filling it with kitty hair, which would not be the best idea. So anyway, I got to come up with a plan for that. And back down here in the dungeon, I actually bought myself a little stand for my cell phone so I can make videos, and you guys can actually watch me work, and I can do some time lapses that people have been asking for and things of that nature. So I'm going to be showing you basically the skinning of these parts right here, and you can see we're partway through it, so stay tuned for that. But the most important thing is I'm printing again. See, so I'm actually printing something pretty major, and that major thing is a new rear bumper. So this rear bumper that I'm printing here is going to be in a few pieces. So these pieces here are going to be part of the lip on the rear. Those will get done separately, but you can see we have the major piece here with basically a OEM SV rear splitter. And then I'm going to leave this one actually in the ASA plastic. So these are the pieces that we're currently printing to fill this in, but we've got most of that side all done. So this will get reinforced with the kitty hair at the joints. So we'll make that all nice and smooth inside of here, trying to not add too much weight. The rear bumpers I have right now weigh a ton because there was so much epoxy that got into voids inside of the 3D print. It just made the part incredibly heavy. So want to get away from that, but also want to go to the more OEM diffuser style that you see on the SV. So we're going to do that. And then it's got some other features like these lip pieces that normally come separately anyway. So anyway, we're going to body work this whole thing and paint it. And hopefully it'll have the structure that we need, and also be much, much lighter than the combination of the rear end that I have now, and look a little bit more SV OEM. So that's the update I have for you now. Look forward to that skinning video. I'm going to try to do a little bit better job with some of the videography part of the channel. Hopefully that'll get us a few more onlookers and a few more subscribers, but hopefully it'll be better content for you guys rather than watching and sitting in your chair and seeing me do a bunch of sanding, which I admit sucks. So we're gonna change it up a little bit here. Let me know what you think in the comments. And also I'm gonna have some pretty cool people who are gonna actually paint the car in the beginning of August before we go to the car show, the rock and roll car show at Vandermeer Speedway. So look for that coming later on. Anyway, hope you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend. Thank you, huge thank you to everybody who served, and a big thank you to those who are now downrange. So I'll catch you later. Take care.